My name is Kevin Campbell. I'm the model author for Family Finding. Family Finding is an alternative framework for casework practice from what we call casework as usual. It's built on a set of strategies and tools that urgently work to find and engage relatives, transform engagement with mothers and fathers who are in struggle and involved with the Child Protection Agency, and to identify people in the community who may not be relatives but have a strong connection to the family or to the children in the family. We bring these people together into what we call a network for life. The core value of Family Finding, and we're very intentional about this, is that every child has a family and we can find them if we try. Which means that there's never a time when we should be practicing child protection without a family and community, or what we call a network, at the table. And that should begin at the start of our involvement, not waiting until the end of our involvement. First of all, I have to say what's critical to me in the Family Finding work was that we needed a safety model, especially because my work was increasingly being used for very vulnerable children. And it was critical that we find a safety model that closely aligned with Family Finding. Signs of Safety was the only model in the world that I could find that did this in a really very powerful way. The core strengths of Signs of Safety, the first is that it's by design highly participatory. It puts families, children, even very young children, at the center of the work of constructing safety in their lives. It makes that the priority, not the delivery of services, not the agency, but the family and their children. Signs of Safety and Family Finding are complementary approaches, firstly because they put networks at the center of practice from the beginning to the end. These networks are the only way that we can protect the development and the safety of children. And I think we recognize that much of the healing that happens in these networks happens within the family. So both models have developed tools that promote the family's participation and place them at the center of this. They're the only two models in the world that do this at this point. And they strongly are supported by research that says that these participatory experiences that focus on relationships are the only place of healing possible for maltreated children. The future of an organization that adopts Family Finding and Signs of Safety in a child protection context will be a system that no longer relies on institutional care, group homes, foster care, but will do its work in families, in the community, strengthening communities and families. That means that we'll be able to take resources we've historically spent on these kinds of services and really invest them into the work of building not only safety for children and their families, but their ability to build a bright future for themselves. What a worker can achieve, a caseworker can achieve, using both Signs of Safety and Family Finding is we can finally deal with what we call the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room is not having enough time to do the work we came here to do. When we construct networks, robust, large, urgent networks, they do the majority of the work of healing and providing for safety for children. That allows caseworkers to move out of what I call the doer of all things role and into the critical roles they've been trained for, to be a consultant, to be an expert around safety, to be an expert around crisis management, accessing resources, navigating the legal system, confronting housing challenges, all kinds of things that workers are so capable of doing, but are constrained from doing because of time worries. Signs of Safety and Family Finding provide the opportunity for an end-to-end approach to protecting the safety, the development, and the well-being of children, and promoting the healing of the family that I know of in the world.